Hello, welcome to today's video. Yes, we've just came back from riding Batam and I'm really kind of looking forward to planning the next thing to ride already. If you have not seen those videos, go check them out. And as always, if you like our content, like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And now that that's out of the way, let's get on to today's topic. So when I tell people that I'm going bikepacking, there is this sense of like I'm gonna rough it out and carry a tent and we're sleeping in a hedge somewhere. However, that's actually not the case lah. For every bikepacking trip that I've been doing, I've been choosing the easy way out, choosing a hotel. Because I basically don't have the conditioning and the experience to pitch a tent and sleep, next to a hedge or something. So even if so, I am cycling my way to my destination and that is considered bikepacking. Now, apart from accommodations, there are other things that you can actually bring along to increase your comfort level and enjoyment during your bikepacking trip. And so I want to share like 5 of these that I've learned over the years that is going to make your bikepacking experience a lot better. The first one that I'm going to tell you, it's kind of obvious, but it is your gravel bike. I will be very honest with you, if you are thinking about going on that bikepacking trip or going on that touring trip, if you can afford to, and you don't have a very high-end gravel bike, you only have the bike that you have, just go do it. 1% of something is 100% better than nothing at all. And of course, today will be the youngest that you will ever be. So why not take this chance and go out and do it? Of course, you can always go bikepacking on a road bike or a mountain bike, preferably a hardtail. However, a gravel bike makes a world of difference because of the wider tire clearance, as well as the endurance road bike geometry. Having a gravel bike for bikepacking is kind of considered pretty comfortable, pretty luxurious already. So I'm going to say that if you are already riding a gravel bike and doing bikepacking on it, it is going to be a lot more comfortable than using either a road bike or a hardtail. The second thing that I would advise you want to bring along, would be some earplugs. Some people might be a little bit more extreme and say you should bring along an eye mask. These 2 items would greatly increase your sleep quality in the night, and because of that, you feel super fresh the next morning before you start the next day's ride. So regardless of if I am bikepacking alone or if I'm doing it with Ben and Nuang, I always bring along my earplugs. In fact, the only reason I wake up at night is because the earplugs have fallen out of my ear and I heard Ben snoring. And that's all well and fine. He is sleeping well, and I would do my part and make sure that I get enough sleep despite these conditions too. So the next thing that I would definitely recommend would be a grooming kit. So everyone's grooming kit is a little different. Mine consists of an electric toothbrush and a shaver, as well as some floss. So for bikepacking, I know a lot of people would choose to go to the very minimal route and just carry a toothpaste and a toothbrush. Being able to clean yourself during your rest time is very important, and it really makes you feel a lot more fresh on the next day. And that is actually quite a motivating factor, as you are riding for many days. Not to mention in kind of different condition too. I remember on the second day of our Batam ride, I feel so desperate to brush my teeth because there's a lot of water shooting up from the ground after a thunderstorm, and I can feel like there's sand and grit like inside my mouth. So the moment we stopped at like Harbourfront over the ferry, I just wanted to brush my teeth. I just wanted to do it. Okay, moving on. Next one. Off-bike shoes. Preferably a pair of slippers or sandals. For those of you who are riding flats, I think it's very obvious. If it's raining, if it's at a thunderstorm, you can keep your shoes away and start using these sandals to ride. I also do know people who choose to wear mountain bike shoes for bikepacking, and they also wear the same pair of shoes off the bike, during their rest time, their leisure time. However, I always feel like these shoes, regardless of how comfortable they are, they trap a lot of heat. After a lot of exercise, I'm pretty sure everyone would want to try and take them off and just kind of cool your toes for a little bit. So I feel like off the bike shoes like sandals, open toe ones like sandals or slippers are kind of comforting to change into after like your ride. And I personally feel that if you change with this footwear, you feel like you're on a holiday. Okay, the next thing might be a little controversial. The next thing is entertainment. So not everyone gets to stop in a city like us when we were doing bikepacking trips. Last year we were fortunate enough to do Batam and Pontian, and these two places, there are civilization. When I was doing my solo trips in China, I was also very fortunate to be riding in between towns. But what about those moments where you are kind of, out on the trail or somewhere very secluded? You can always bring simple things like Uno cards, poker cards, or even a book. These small pockets of comfort kind of adds a lot of value to your riding experience. Also, I feel like small things like this don't weigh a lot and they don't take up much space in your packing. For my first ever bikepacking trip towards the Great Wall, I was actually riding my bicycle with my iPad. Simply because I want to enjoy watching some movies on my iPad when I got to the hotel. Back then I was also doing a lot of 3D modeling, and if you ask me, yeah, doing this 3D modeling thing is part of the enjoyment, and I kind of want to do that during my holiday. But if you are choosing to carry some of these electronics with you over your ride, then I really do suggest weatherproofing the storage solution for it. Maybe wrap them in many towels and then put it in a very tight Ziploc bag or something. As we are riding out, we are also escaping from the city, but sometimes situations do happen. If you're a content creator, if you need your laptop during your riding time, you kind of have to carry it. That's why I'm not saying that these are kind of not essential. If you have to carry them, that's the case. Okay, I got one more bonus for you. It might be very obvious, but spare riding jersey and bibs. Your riding jersey and bibs are made to dry very, very quickly if you shower with the bibs and jersey on. And then you dry yourself up, you take off your jerseys and you also roll them in towels and kind of dry them up furthermore. By the next morning, you would already have a dry set of jerseys. However, once again, it really is about feeling fresh. If you have the capacity to carry a second set of jersey for the next day's riding, then do it. Usually, I carry one set of jersey for every 3 days of riding. Having another set basically freshens you up and gets your mindset and your body ready for the next day's riding. So it's all about feeling good. It's all about fueling right, proper sleep, proper mindset, being in a good headspace, feeling good during a bikepacking trip, because you are going to cover so much distance, like almost like back to back. You are the motor, you are the engine for your bikepacking trip, for your transportation. So you have to actually keep your body in optimal condition. But of course, cover the distance that you can ride. You don't have to ride 100, maybe you can ride 70, you can ride 50 a day, and that's enough. But it's still kind of back to back lah. So I feel like it's really important to keep staying fresh. Okay, so those are the few things that I feel like would make bikepacking feel really luxurious. What are your thoughts? What are some of the things that I have not mentioned, but to you is kind of a comfort factor or luxury bikepacking? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!